Today we'll be reviewing the Dell Latitude 5410, but first, let's set the scene. Okay, so what you just saw there was pretty much how fast this machine is. I opened the lid, I pressed the enter key, and I'm in. That's how fast this laptop is. Now, what specs is it running? Because to be a fast laptop you need to have good specs. It's running an i5 10th gen core processor with 8 cores. It's running 16 gigs of RAM that I upgraded from 8 gigs of RAM, and it's running a 256 gigabyte SSD. Not a regular SSD, which is still fast enough. It's running an NVMe SSD, which is in an M.2 slot inside this laptop. Now, you can upgrade this more. You can stick another SSD in this thing if you wanted to. You can stick a spinning hard drive in this thing if you wanted to. Don't do that. This is quite a machine for video editing, for audio engineering, any student tasks, coding, programming, layout, doing circuits, anything. This thing can handle it. Now, I will say, battery life, incredible. I can charge this up, and even when I'm heavy video editing, I can still get 5 hours worth of battery life if I'm editing. Simply go down to the power icon and you can switch it from best battery life, which will give me 18 hours worth of battery life. 18 hours 55 minutes on 95%, or I can switch it right up to best performance and I'll still get 19 hours and 15 minutes out of it. And a lot of Windows machines you'll get the thing of, okay, I switched it to best battery life, how does that compromise on my specs? Not a whole lot. I've been able to do a ton of stuff on this. I've gone travelling all day without a power cord on best battery mode. Like, this thing can do it all. I've been editing in Premiere exclusively on this thing to get a feel of what it was like, and I have to say, I dig it. And I am now a Premiere editor on the go. I still use Final Cut, video upcoming about that, but it's complicated. Definitely get subscribed though to be notified when I upload that video. Let's talk about the screen next, because the screen is one of the most important parts of a laptop. And the fact that we have a screen, it's 1080, it's gorgeous, rich vibrant colours. I don't get any weird colour shifting like I used to on a Dell laptop when I load up movies or whatever. Even video editing, this thing is a treat. Now it is a plastic display like most Windows machines, so it's not the most premium, but you're not paying for the premiumness in this laptop, you're paying for the specs. And yeah, I mean, a higher refresh would be nice, but this is a 60Hz 1080p panel, 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9 panel, so you're not getting that 16 by 10 aspect ratio. You're also getting slim bezels, which is really nice to see on this. Now they are plastic bezels, but a lot of people like black bezels. Let's talk about webcam. Webcam is something that a lot of people are using now, and I think that webcams are something that you really need to look out for nowadays, because you just don't know. It's a handy dandy little webcam cover, and if I just go here and if I do a little webcam test live, this is what the webcam looks like. Obviously it's decent. With good lighting you can make it look really nice, and yeah, I mean, it's a webcam. What are you going to do about it? Like, it's a 720p webcam. I'm not super impressed by it, but if you're impressed by it, great. The keyboard is really nice. Like, I have been thoroughly enjoying this keyboard. It's a scissor switch mechanism, lots of key travel. It sounds good. I can get way up there, about 10 words per minute on this thing. And even just the trackpad, like trackpads are awful on Windows laptops, and I hate the diving board style trackpads because they get stuck in all that. This has 2 buttons on the trackpad, left and right buttons. It also has your multi-touch gestures that you also get on Windows. It's fine. You also have your function keys, which let you bring the screen brightness right up. And you also get your volume buttons and the handy dandy little microphone button to disable the microphone if you're into that kind of thing. But that's all fine. That is all fine, you know. You can type away on this and all that. How's the performance when it comes to video editing? Really good. Like, really good. And the videos you've seen for the last 2 months, the last month, have all been edited in Premiere Pro. And I will say, yeah, Premiere Pro is a bit of a learning curve. But if you're willing to take the time to learn Premiere Pro, it's pretty cool. And I think that if you are willing to step outside your comfort zone, because I'm coming from Final Cut Pro, I think you'll really enjoy it. But why don't we open a Premiere Pro timeline now and show you what the performance is like. Alright, so this is my home screen here, as you can see, very macOS themed. But we're going to launch Premiere Pro. And I'm just going to plug in my external drive where I have all my projects. And as you can see, loads are pretty fast. And we're just going to, let's just open up a project that I have been working on there. I don't know, maybe this one, because this one did take a lot of editing. Obviously, it has to load up everything, make it look nice. But here we go. So I can scrub through my timeline, no bother. This is, if I go into my sequence here to show you, if I show you the settings we're working here on, we're running at a 1920 by 960 p, so a 2:1 timeline, and of course we're at 24 frames a second. My normal settings for a regular YouTube video. Okay, so let's take for example this. Playback is almost instantaneous. Turn that off. Sound off. But yeah, once things get going, playback is almost instantaneous. Of course, you have your little Ken Burns effects there. I can add LUTs on top of my footage here. So if I go into Lumetri presets, Cinema Stock, you can just add LUTs on top of everything, make it look nice, and it doesn't drop any frames. Now let's do something else. Let's just don't say that. Let's load up, I don't know, something more taxing that we did on this. This is a bit more of a taxing video to render out, so we can zoom out, we can go here, and of course we can go through my stuff. Of course this was all edited and uploaded off this laptop, and the uploads have been really fast. So, is this the laptop for you? You might be asking yourself, because let's be real, this is an expensive laptop. It costs about $1,000, and maybe this is the laptop for you. If you can go with the extra I/O, if you want extra I/O, because this thing has a ton of I/O. It has USB Type-C, it has the barrel connector, which doesn't come standard. It uses a Type-C 65-watt charging brick, which is cool. And I also use that to charge my headphones. Probably going to explode one of these days. It has USB Type-A on the side. And on the other side, we also have an RJ45 connector with the little fancy little connector type. Another full-sized HDMI, 2 USB Type-A's, headphone microphone jack combo, and an SD card reader. This is micro SD card reader. A thing I'd like to see in future iterations is maybe a full-size SD card reader, because currently I can't use my SD cards with this. I have to plug in via the USB cable that came with my on my camera to charge up. That's really all my complaints. Of course you can use this thing on cellular connection if you have a cellular capable SIM card. But that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you pick up a Windows laptop? All that and more in the comment section below. I'm Connor and I'll catch you next one.